A rich aristocrat named Clifford just got married to a beautiful woman named Connie. They're both overjoyed and glowing with happiness. Connie's sister Hilda feels uneasy about the marriage because Clifford is leaving to return to the war the very next day. After the celebration, Clifford spends the night with Connie for the first time, but the next morning, they have to say goodbye as Clifford heads off to the battlefield. Much later, Clifford's father passes away, so the couple moves into the family estate. Clifford has returned from war with injuries and now uses a wheelchair. Despite this, Connie stays cheerful and kind, always showing her love for him. But not everything is perfect. At night, when they try to be close, Clifford can't bring himself to be intimate. He's not even interested in trying to please Connie in other ways. In the following days, they start interviewing staff to help run the estate. One of the new hires is Oliver, a former lieutenant from the war, who now works as the gamekeeper and looks after the animals. Months go by, and Clifford insists that only Connie take care of him. She also assists him with his writing projects. Most days, though, Connie feels bored and dreams of visiting Hilda in London. One day, while walking, she meets a schoolteacher named Mrs. Flint and learns about the miners protesting for better working conditions. Later, when Clifford asks Connie to go for a stroll with him, his wheelchair gets stuck in the mud. Oliver happens to pass by and helps them out. As they walk away, Connie glances back at Oliver. While talking about the future of the estate, Clifford suggests that Connie should have a child with another man so they can have an heir. He says everyone would assume the baby is his. Connie is taken aback by the idea, especially since she loves Clifford deeply. Clifford says it would just be a practical arrangement, like going to a dentist, nothing emotional. He also says he doesn't want to know who the man would be. Connie doesn't like the idea at all, since she promised to be loyal to him. At one of Clifford's gatherings with other writers, an Irish guest begins flirting with Connie. Clifford notices and becomes upset. He later tells Connie that the Irishman is no longer welcome. In the days that follow, Connie and Clifford grow distant. Clifford feels discouraged after reading bad reviews of his latest book. Connie is also disheartened, still bothered by the earlier talk about having a baby with someone else. Thankfully, Hilda comes to visit and takes care of Connie. She hires Mrs. Bolton to look after Clifford, giving Connie more freedom to spend her time as she likes. Clifford suggests that Connie check with the gamekeeper about when the pheasants will start laying eggs. When Connie visits the cottage, she accidentally catches Oliver bathing. She compliments his cozy home and is pleased to learn he enjoys reading. Oliver tells her the pheasants will be hatching chicks in a few weeks. Then, they head to the backyard, where he lets her pick some flowers. Afterward, Connie visits Mrs. Flint to bring her some flowers. Mrs. Flint shares that Oliver used to be married, but while he was away fighting in the war, his wife was seeing other men behind his back. Connie then returns home and spends time alone to ease her restlessness. The next day, Mrs. Bolton tells Connie about her own past, how her husband died in the mines. He was blamed for the accident and the company only gave her €300. Mrs. Bolton has been a big help around the house, and Connie is truly grateful for her presence. During one of her walks, Connie hears hammering from across a stream. She's surprised to find Oliver there and he invites her to sit in a warm little hut nearby. While he works and she rests, they quietly exchange glances. Connie starts using the hut from time to time to write in her journal. As the months pass, she feels more and more distant from Clifford and Mrs. Bolton. The two of them play games and manage things together, often leaving Connie out. She spends most of her time watching the baby chicks hatch. She begins to feel trapped in her own home, yearning for something more. During a lunch with new business partners, Clifford speaks down to her, making her feel small. Upset, she steps away and visits the chicks to soothe herself. When Oliver shows her how to handle them, he gently holds her hand. Connie starts to have a panic attack while holding one of the chicks. Oliver quickly helps her, and she hugs him in gratitude. They go into the hut so she can calm herself. Then, Connie takes the lead and reaches out to him. Oliver hesitates at first, but eventually gives in. They cross the line. Afterward, Oliver walks her back home. Clifford doesn't even realize Connie was gone. The next day, Connie waits for Oliver at the hut. When he arrives, he tells her he's worried they might get caught. He's especially concerned about her reputation. But Connie brushes it off and pulls him close, saying time is short. During their time together, Oliver focuses only on her. Later, they agree to meet again at his cottage. Connie leaves behind a piece of her undergarment for him to keep. At home, Connie starts zoning out as Clifford talks excitedly about a new mining business. Connie writes a letter to her sister, saying that once her heart felt closed, but now, it feels alive again. The next day, Connie visits Mrs. Flint and her baby. She tells her that she still hopes to have a child with Clifford someday. Then, Oliver drops by for some milk. While Mrs. Flint steps inside to get it, Oliver quietly asks Connie why she hasn't come to the cottage. When he tries to touch her, Connie quickly pulls away, afraid someone might see. Connie walks away, but Oliver follows. He tries to convince her to come with him, but the sun is already setting. So, Oliver suggests they stay nearby instead. They do so among the bushes. Afterwards, Connie realizes there's a gentleness in Oliver, and only now does she see how lonely she had been before meeting him. When she returns home, neither Clifford nor Mrs. Bolton notice she had been gone. In the following months, Connie and Oliver grow even closer, often meeting in the fields for moments of passion. One morning, Connie notices her breasts feel different. That night, she and Mrs. Bolton have a quiet chat. Mrs. Bolton says she never remarried after losing her husband because she was content. Connie agrees with her about love, though she's really thinking of Oliver. Mrs. Bolton is surprised to hear that Connie might still be able to get pregnant with Clifford. During laundry day, the maids chat about how the miners have been working harder ever since Clifford took over. Then Mrs. Bolton brings up the possibility that Lady Chatterley might one day have a child. Clifford hears about the rumors and hopes it means Connie has accepted his proposal to find a man. Connie brings up the idea of visiting her sister in Venice, saying she might meet someone there. Clifford agrees, as long as it stays secret and he never finds out who the man is. Later, Connie tells Oliver about her planned trip. She also admits she's expecting a baby and that Clifford is okay with it. Oliver is stunned. He feels hurt and thinks Connie only used him to have a child, but Connie insists that none of this was ever planned. After that, Clifford talks excitedly about new machines for the mines and how things are running. Connie criticizes him for treating the workers like livestock. When Clifford's motorized tricycle breaks down, Oliver helps push it. Connie joins in, and in the moment, she steals a kiss, but Oliver pulls away and walks off. Connie reaches her breaking point. She lashes out at Clifford for only paying the workers £2 a week and for his beliefs about the upper class always being above others. Later, Connie visits Oliver to apologize. She says she wants to be with him and plans to leave Clifford. Oliver admits he also has to separate from his own wife. His wife and her new man are pressuring him to hand over his war pension, and that's the reason why she is still refusing to sign the divorce papers. Oliver vents about how much he hates the world they live in, a place where people take advantage of one another just to make money. In a moment of freedom, Connie and Oliver run joyfully through the rain, without a care in the world. Later, Mrs. Bolton is sent to look for Connie, as she's been gone for hours. She finds Connie with Oliver, but luckily, they're fully dressed. Connie is angry that Clifford asked the servant to come get her, and when she returns home, she talks back to him with attitude. Soon after, Hilda arrives. She's pleased at first to hear Connie has found someone, but her mood quickly shifts when Connie reveals it's Oliver, the gamekeeper. Hilda warns her not to mistake fleeting feelings for real love again. When Hilda meets Oliver herself, she doesn't approve. She brings up the class divide and says Connie will be shunned by society for being with someone of lower status. Hilda tells it to her straight. She wonders how Oliver would even provide for Connie if he loses his job. She adds that if Oliver truly loved her, he would let her go. Hilda storms out. Oliver is hit with the reality of the situation. He knows now that Clifford won't let go easily and will do whatever it takes to claim the child as his own. Afterwards, Connie and Oliver become even more intimate. The next morning, Oliver's wife's partner, Ned, shows up unexpectedly, so Connie hides under the covers. Eventually, Connie has to leave for her trip to Venice. She realizes she left her undergarments at Oliver's cottage, so Oliver burns them to erase any trace of their affair. Later on, Connie's father learns about her affair. He tells her that leaving Clifford won't benefit her much. Instead, he suggests keeping a secret lover while staying married to Clifford. Meanwhile, Ned snoops around Clifford's hut and finds Connie's burnt undergarments in the fireplace. He also spots a book that belongs to Connie. After this, Ned heads to a nearby bar and shares what he found. The gossip spreads quickly and eventually reaches Clifford. He's advised to fire Oliver in order to stop the scandal from growing. Mrs. Bolton decides to inform Lady Chatterley about the situation. Connie is already on her way back. Mrs. Bolton warns Oliver that trouble is coming. When Clifford speaks to Oliver, he reminds him that he's just a servant. Then, he fires him and gives him 1 day to pack up and leave the estate. By the time Connie returns, Mrs. Flint no longer wants anything to do with her. Connie's reputation is officially ruined. Later, Connie meets Oliver at the hut one last time. Oliver tells her he has nothing to offer, no home, no money, no future. As he's being escorted off the estate, they promise to meet again someday when the time is right. When Connie confronts Clifford, the argument gets heated. She reminds him that this was all his idea in the first place. She says she's filing for divorce because she's been unhappy for a long time. Clifford says he's been perfectly content. Connie fires back, saying she never received love or affection from him, and she had followed all of his expectations. Desperate, Clifford pleads for her to stay, but when he realizes she's serious, he says he won't give her a divorce. As Connie leaves, Mrs. Bolton quietly tells her that she hopes she finds Oliver again someday. Later, the maids begin gossiping about Lady Chatterley. Mrs. Bolton stands up for her, saying Connie gave up everything for the man she truly loved. She calls it a real love story and refuses to let anyone speak badly of her. Much later, Hilda brings good news. Oliver has finally found Connie. She hands over his letters. Oliver is now living on a small farm in Scotland. Connie travels to the address, and at last, the two are reunited to raise their child together. Did you like our movie recap? Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. To be updated for new movie recaps, hit the notification bell.